What's good, everybody? Off the Menu Podcast, episode 127. I'm here with my brothers, my co-host, Tay.
Hello, everyone.
Moose.
Yeah, boy.
And a very special guest, Felix Martinez, a.k.a. DJ Gato.
Hello.
Also, a real estate agent, investor. You could say side gig bakery or baker. But other than that, big stepper, go-getter, going crazy. Yeah, dude, it's honestly been so long.
I don't know.
It's been a week.
It just feels like, but it just feels like it's been so. It's just because of December we had a big break and then we got off. We had a week off, I guess.
It's been a lot. I've been a lot.
Yeah.
And plus, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was the time that we've been gone, but just the sound sounds so crispy today.
It actually sounds good, yeah.
Real good.
Dave's face. What is that face? Nice cut, G.
Thanks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, nice cut. Nice cut.
I'm working on my hoop dreams right now, so I had to cut off the hair.
Whatever,
to get ready
bro.
to-
Yeah, we're. That team you sent me, I'm like, y'all do it. Go ahead. I would just be there. My hoop compassion has, bro. When I was hooping at TiVo Rec, it's just gone, bro.
Oh, I can tell.
My competitive nature in
tell.
hoops is just not there anymore.
You should have been cooking all this.
I know.
You should have.
Ali was so mad too. He's like,
was-
"You're not even trying, Pete." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
kinda right."
you weren't trying at all. I
That's
was
so surprising.
I
to
put
hear.
my heart into it. I haven't played
No, Tay
hoops
was
in
getting
5
buckets.
years.
Tay was
That's crazy.
In like 5 years, and I was
I give you like 2 more weeks and your knees gonna be shattered again.
No. I'm
All right,
fine.
let's
I'm
not
on.
do that.
Hey,
Don't
I'm on
say
my
that.
weight loss journey. I lost 7
Back.
pounds in 1 week
Nice.
since last week. I was 330 last week. I weighed myself today to 323.
There we go.
So I'm there.
Wow.
Chill,
I'm just
boy.
working on myself. I'm on this chicken breast diet.
I know you
Sucks,
sent me that
dude.
shit. Yeah, that
Sucks.
That shit sounds terrible.
Especially when it actually doesn't suck because I can cook, so I can maneuver around it. So it's not that bad. I make a lot of salmon, make a lot of chicken breast. Just trying to hit on my protein. Really, that's what it is right now.
That's the main thing. Is what I've learned is that you have to just get enough protein intake, bro. All the extra shit will kind of flush out. Of course, you want to take care of, not having too much fats and oils and butters.
Yeah, that's all eliminated too.
But, but you want to just make sure if you're working out, you just want to make sure that you're getting enough protein because then your body will acclimate to that for sure.
I just want to be a skinny bitch.
That's tough. We're told we're almost 30, bro. It's gonna be hard to be skinny, bro.
It's all good. I feel good about it.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna be 30 this year.
I know.
2025.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because I was talking to people about it. I was like, 2025 is the year of the snake. It's the shedding of the snake.
Skin, yeah.
Right. So this is your opportunity this year to really take advantage of this. And whether you believe it or not, you need to focus on yourself, rebuild yourself. If 2024 was a tough year for you, come into this year stronger, mindset change, and get ready for it. That's all.
2024 was
The evolution.
pretty-
2024 was crazy.
It was an interesting year, man.
It was like at first it was like, oh man, podcast is fire. Like everything we're doing is fire. And then towards the end of the half of the year, I was like, man, do people even like us? I was like, why do people keep asking to come on the podcast? Why? I was like, they don't even like us.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
funny.
we'll go ahead and get to the episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 127 Off the Menu Podcast. If you guys have any recommendations or anything, throw it at us. Comment please below. We would love the engagement with the viewers, so we know what we could be doing to grow this platform and grow within ourselves as well.
One question I do have for you guys, if you guys end up
Getting this
engaging
far.
with this, is
4 minutes in.
with our guests. And I've noticed Lil Yachty does this, right? When he on his his friend's podcast where he does like a blank silhouette of the guest and like guess who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys like us to like prep the guests for you guys? Like, hey, we're having this guy on. Do you guys have any questions? Whatever this, that, and the third. If that is something you guys would like to do, then please just let us know.
Yeah, like I said, I'm willing to try new things this year. 2025, I'm going as hard as ever in everything I'm doing. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to collaborate, if you guys want to work, if you guys want to do something, let us know. If you guys think we should be making adjustments to the platform itself, let me know as well. Because last year I was closed ears. I was like, I just want to get it done. I want to get it done. We're shooting 2 episodes a week. We're doing all this stuff. It was burning us out,
Yeah, it was.
Now we can balance it. So this year we're working on balance. This year we're working on ourselves. And this year we're working with you guys. So thank you guys once again. But we'll go ahead and get into the episode. We'll start off with our guest. Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Felix. I feel like I do a lot of things. Big hobby guy, but for the purposes of this podcast, I'm a real estate agent, investor, and then most recently a DJ.
Yeah.
Oh,
Most
recently.
recently, huh?
It's been like a year. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would say, that's so crazy. Because you just started Junto's house? Is that how you pronounce
Juntos,
it?
yeah,
house.
Juntos,
See?
yeah.
I knew it was. Yeah, I knew it was Spanish, but I didn't want to say it wrong.
No,
or
I
whatever.
think everybody says juntos. Yeah, They
It
can't
sounds
get
too
past it. It's
Japanese
okay.
when you say it that
Junto's
way.
house.
Junto's house.
Japanese house, baby.
That's when he takes it to Japan. That's what the next step is.
There you go.
So you started that last year?
So Juntos, I probably started it just right before the summer. I kind of took it live like so Juntos in Spanish means together.
Okay.
So that's like the purpose of it is just good music, bringing people together. So I started that beginning of summer. I took it to the Pearl to kind of do like an outdoor type thing, try and grow it. But yeah, this was this last one. I had a friend from DC come in who mostly plays kind of the house type vibe. Because I would say Juntos is like more of like a selection vibe, but I wanted to make it a house and it kind of went together. So, but yeah, that was my first paid Juntos. But yeah, trying to grow that
At
one.
Blood and Blush Studios. Shout out to Kate, bro. Kate, we love you.
Yeah, she's
you're
amazing.
Yes.
You're amazing.
So
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I was there and it was great, dude. It was a
Yeah.
great environment, great people. I loved the music. It was a good setting, and you filled out that room, bro. It was a pretty.
Yeah, I was. I mean, it was just validating. Like, I was just like, "Damn, I can do this." So that was nice. And then everybody behaved. That was the biggest thing. Is I feel like it wasn't really a venue, and so I was just terrified of like
Breaking shit.
getting in trouble, breaking shit. But everybody behaved, so I was super appreciative. of
There is always that fear that
It's all-
lingers.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like when we host events, we're just like, I hope everything goes well. I hope
Yeah.
please go well.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I'm the type of person who's like, let's prepare the event. I want it to be over with. And then when people ask me, it's like, how do you feel? I'm like, I just want it to be. I just
glad
want it
it's
to end
over.
now, so I know that everything went well. That's it.
No, I will say that night, like I didn't have fun. Like it was.
yeah.
I could.
Like I pulled it off, but man, I was just so stressed.
Yep.
And then the day after, I was like, I didn't even have fun. But I mean, I'm happy it happened, and I want to continue to do it. Obviously, I need to work out all the kinks, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it feels for any event that you throw. Though,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Where you feel like, okay, like this is me. This is my thing.
Yeah.
You just have that. You like it's like the same for us when we're kind of prepping for it. We like to see it as like we're like, oh my god, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Oh my god, it's happening right now, and you're not even like enjoying it because you're putting out fires the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's over. You're like, oh, okay, the next one.
Yeah.
ready to go.
Did you feel as if you were putting out fires? Really?
One person threw up in the hallway, and that was it. But my wife was just like, "I'll take care of it. Just like go, like you're fine." But that was it. Like I feel like I was just kind of walking around monitoring. But so I wasn't putting out fire. It was just more of like the setup, and you just always think you have more time than you do.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
day of, you're just scrambling. So it was just a lot of stress. I was also turning people away because at one point it had only been like an hour, and I was at like half capacity with only 25% of my ticket scans.
Oh,
And so
really?
I was stressing about the amount of people because I had a contract and I could only fit a certain amount of people. And so I was stressing about that, which like an hour and a half in, half the people left. So I was like, damn, I should have just let all those people in. So just a few factors, I mean, hopefully we get into an actual venue next time so we don't have to worry about those things. But yeah, that was a worry.
So with your journey, you said you started last year. So it's been about a year, right, since you started DJing.
Yeah.
What got you into it?
So my friend that came out that I kind of threw the party for, Antarctica. So he just hit me up one day and he's like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna get this DJ board. I'm gonna start DJing." And I was just like, "That sounds fun. I'm gonna get one too." So that was
nice.
it. So we kind of started our journey together, and yeah,
Antarctica's his name?
Antarctica. Yeah,
That's ice code for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he wears
exactly.
he wears fucking goggles. Fucking
Yeah.
snowboarding
That's
goggles.
fire.
Oh yeah,
so
his,
sick.
his set was pretty sick. Honestly, I enjoyed the music.
He was. I mean, he's good. Like he's not. I don't know. He's always been into dance music and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But every time he plays, I'm just so impressed. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that something that you always wanted to do, or
DJ?
Yeah, inclination. To do?
No, I had never really thought of it. Yeah, It just he was interested in it, and I was like, that sounds fun. Let me do it too.
Yeah, the homies
Like you said, you kind of get into your hobbies, and then so that was probably part of it. You know, the
exactly.
journey was like, oh, I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah.
And then it always becomes bigger.
Right.
And like for me, I picked up a deck because we were like, man, I can't pay for
was so
DJs.
fun,
can't pay for DJs.
I can't, it's so hard to get in to schedule people that you want to be at your events. And I was like, you know what? I like music. Let's
Nice.
go ahead and put this together.
Yeah.
And you watch like DJ streams all the time, like or DJ culture.
Yeah.
You guys are always kind of like listening to music. And
Yeah.
stuff, so
We're always
Yeah.
listening to music.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm at the gym, I feel like I haven't listened to a proper album in so long because I just listen to DJ sets. So
It makes the day go by faster though.
Yeah.
Like when you're searching for songs at the gym, it's ruining
yeah.
it's ruining your
workout.
workout. You're just like, damn man, I was like, I don't really want to listen to this song
Dang.
while I'm doing this. But then if you just throw on a set that you really liked, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And it
it'll
just
amp it up
coasts.
too.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I tend to watch a lot of DJ sets when I'm at home doing nothing. At the gym, it's really hard for me to do because it's hard for me to focus on the set because when
Yeah.
I'm watching a DJ set, I'm trying to focus like the select songs that they're picking.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to add this to my bag. I need to add this to my, So
I do it very simple. I always do like the R&B stuff or like,
Yeah,
stuff that I can sing along with in my head,
Yeah, yeah.
stuff that I know. So it does make it easier with the gym
Yeah.
now.
I just play the Dark Knight Rises album.
As you walk in, walk
or
out.
Hans
It's
Zimmer.
tight, yeah.
Or Hans
Hans
Zimmer.
Zimmer, yeah. Because I don't know what to pick when I work out because I was like, it's like I'm not really too picky. But then that's
Yeah.
the one thing I just like slip on, make me feel like a badass. I'm only in there for like 45 minutes to an hour. So
That's
I'm
all you
like
need,
that.
though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you-
man, and then you're got your headphones on. Everybody in this room doesn't know I'm Batman.
You know, that's like the montage when they're like working out. I'm like, oh, that's me right now. Even though I probably look nothing like that.
So DJ last year started Juntos, and that's something you started because you wanted to, like you said, to bring people together, enjoy the music that you're playing, or is it like what was kind of like the start of that?
I'm a big host. I
Yep.
love hosting. I love having people over, and so that was just kind of the next step of me DJing was just creating my own events and curating to what I want to do and the vibe that I want to bring. So
Yeah. And you said it's a selection vibe, so you're like doing like R&B.
R&B, yeah.
Okay, mixes of like that funk, house,
Yeah.
like just, but the main source is like R&B, and then kind of just other stipulations that kind of go into that sound.
Yeah, exactly.
When you started, did you just enjoy music enough to be like, oh yeah, this is kind of like easy for me. I can kind of pick it up. Or in the beginning, was it difficult to kind of find things and put things together?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I feel like, do you guys know who Nick Cheo is?
Yeah.
On
Yep.
Instagram?
Yeah, everyone knows who Nick
So
Cheo
he
is.
did a that TikTok series where if you guess 5 songs, he gives you $100.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he was like, he said something like, I don't really know a lot of music, and I was like, that's me. Like, I really don't. There's one person that I really look up to, I guess, is Logan Woodard, Headphone Provision.
HP, yeah.
Like, dude,
Shout out HP.
that dude knows music,
Yes, he
so
does.
much music, and I'm not anywhere close to that. Like, I would say my music taste is pretty basic, but ever since starting DJing, I'm definitely trying to like get into it more and not just be super mainstream. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I said
into
that.
music a
I
little
feel
bit
that
more.
same way because I felt like I do a lot of music, and then I'm trying to get into this DJ scene as well, and I'm like, fuck, I don't know half these because I know that song, but there's that song that can be played like 5 different ways,
Right.
whether it's house, whether it's Jersey, whether it's techno, whether it's, so
Yeah.
it's so much. It's so fun,
Right.
But I feel the same way where I thought I knew a lot, but I really don't know.
But yeah,
I don't.
yeah, and I think I mean the most important part about being a DJ is just creating that vibe, right? So even if you have the most basic taste, if you can still make it fun, then people are gonna love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure. When you have to engage with a room but not engage with people at all, it's the craziest feeling ever. Like
That's crazy.
my first big gig was a wedding, and then like I'm just sitting there and I'm on the stage by myself and I'm watching everyone, and then you're like, okay, people are dancing right now, so I can slow it down, I can play this, and then you're like, oh, people want to dance, so I start speeding up the music, and you're like, that's your way of engaging with them is through the music, and you're sitting there playing. You have to play this in your head, and nobody knows that you're thinking this stuff.
No way.
Nobody knows what the hell. They're like, oh man, that song's tight. That's all. That's all you're hearing, and it's like, oh man,
Thank God you like the song.
yeah. I was like, oh man, I didn't know if this was gonna work. I didn't know if blending that together was gonna be okay.
That's so crazy. Yeah, I guess I never know how people think about playing the next song.
You have to read the room really well. First of all,
you have to, dude. There's so much that goes into it. It's so fun though. It's so fun to see like you start like you said, you host this event, you start off the vibes slow, and like it's just like people are getting in, people are getting drinks, people are having fun, they're talking, they're conversating, and then you realize, wait, people are a little intoxicated, they're having more fun, then you have to kind of like change that environment for them to adjust. Or you have to adjust to them, essentially. And it's so fun because you see their faces smiling and them dancing. It's so much satisfaction, honestly.
Literally setting that
Yeah.
tempo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fun.
No, the one thing that I love is just when people turn down the volume on a song and everybody's singing it. Like that's when you know you've done it, you know?
that is because even for us when we're in the crowd and we're just singing our hearts out, like even in just regular music shows, when they just when like the musician is like, boom, holds out the mic, then they sing. That's probably a great feeling for them, and it's also amazing for us because we all engage, and it's almost like building up this energy together, and that's how you kind of can pick up the show from there.
Unforced energy is just there. And we're just like together.
Yeah.
And it's
Together.
Awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that was like us at Frank Ocean, dude. He wasn't even singing.
I know. Frank wasn't even.
He wasn't even singing, but we were singing.
It's crazy because I watched the video that you recorded for my set, and I played Thinking About You by Frank Ocean, but it was an Alexan mix.
Yeah.
Dude, the whole crowd was
Everyone.
singing. Everyone was singing. And then you guys quickly turned the camera. I was so happy because I was like, I wanted to see the crowd. And you can see the whole crowd singing. It was so fun. Yeah.
See, that's what we have to think about too as cameramen. It's like, you know what, this is a good song. Here.
Let's see how the crowd reacts. Yeah.
But so with the real estate, so you were doing real estate, and was this a hobby that you got into as well, or is this a career path that you knew that you would be doing, like right out of school?
With real estate? I had always had an itch for it. I started working at this title company a while back, and I had always thought about it, but being full commission is just always a risk.
Yep.
So I just kind of had to wait for the right moment till I could go full commission.
Right.
And that happened just a little bit. Well, I was lucky because I found a job that was on a real estate team, but I was commission plus base pay. So that helped me get into it. And then I got comfortable, and that's when I went full time. So that was like, I went full time, I think like 3.5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Right in the midst of the COVID.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. I was still on that base pay job, and what my job was calling people and setting appointments for other agents. So it was inside
Appointment
sales
setter.
agent. Yeah, exactly. And the week of COVID, I was calling people, and they were like, "Are you out of your mind? Like the world is ending. What are you doing calling me?" And I got that so much, I'll never forget it. And then a week later, just the craziest real estate market you've ever seen. It was crazy.
Wow, that's funny because I was appointment setter right when COVID hit. I was an appointment setter for Vivint Solar, and then I was like sitting there, they're like, "Are you kidding me? You really calling me right now to sell me some solar?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to set up an appointment. I'm not trying to sell you solar. That's the next guy's job."
Oh my God.
Yeah, but wow.
What were you doing prior to your choice of real estate then?
I had always been in the restaurant industry,
There we go.
which sucked. And I was about to get married, and I was doing that, and I thought that was going to be full time, but man, the best thing I did was quit that.
Were you like a server?
Yeah, I was a server, and I got offered this management position, and it was just like a night schedule with basically no freedom. And like I said, I was about to get married, and so our marriage would have been like not seeing each other because she worked in the day and I worked at night. And right before we got married, I quit and got this job, that ISA job.
Wow. Yeah, and service industry is tough, bro. Just because of scheduling. I mean, I work in a restaurant too, bro. You night shifts. You got to work weekends.
Yeah.
And
Long hours.
They're not. I don't know. Well, management's different. Management is definitely long hours for service industry because they have to be there from open to close. But like serving and busing, like I don't feel like they're long, but those hours you are working, they're very mentally and physically can be draining.
Yeah, because it's like nonstop.
Yeah,
like
it's constant work.
Evening, you just keep going.
Especially if you're at a good restaurant. Like if you're at a good restaurant and it's busy and it's yeah, you're nonstop working,
Yeah,
no breaks.
yeah.
And some people love it. They really
Yeah.
strive in it, and they love the, sleeping in and working at night.
Yep.
But yeah, I definitely couldn't do it.
I love sleeping in. I'm terrible at working in the morning, bro.
you
And
guys
that's why I
look-
can't leave this. Like, that's the main thing that's holding me back from going to finding a career path, because it's just like, damn, I hate waking up in the morning, and then I hate having a commute to a job in the morning where there's traffic for about 30 minutes to an hour now. Because
It depends.
I mean, it's
like
I get to work in 15
when you
minutes.
when you have a routine in the morning, mine's not even crazy. Wake up, make coffee, take a shit, take a shower, get my stuff together, and then head out the door.
there's like a routine.
But then even like, it's routine. It's not crazy. But then even just like the drive to work too, it's just like you have to make the most out of it, especially with the 9 to 5 where you're there
enough.
fucking Monday through Friday, 9
Fair
to
enough.
5. Like you have to kind of make the most out of those little moments. Yeah.
Your drive to work.
Drive to work, lunchtime, like you got like even break time. Like sometimes you're just like, man, that fucking sucked. I'm taking a walk. Like, you just find little ways to enjoy your day from the mundane because it's so easy to get
It is true.
lost in.
You learn to appreciate your everyday life once you start to realize you can pull little things away from it and be like, you know what? I look forward to this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give so much of my life to my workplace. You got to be like, I'm taking some of this back. Taking some of this back. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not like that, but yeah.
I am, man. These guys be stressing me out. But how long were you in the restaurant business for?
Ever since high school.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I ask how old
minute.
you are?
I'm 30.
30. Okay.
Dang, damn near 10 years in the restaurant business.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, just
basically,
about.
yeah, sounds
Yeah.
about right.
That's actually crazy to be 10 years in the restaurant, because that's when I wanted to open a restaurant 10 years ago, and I just felt like, man, I wasn't compatible with being able to work with how the restaurant is ran. I'm so independent in the kitchen. I didn't want to be around people. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And then that's when food trucks started picking up, and I was like, I should try a food truck. And then I was like, nah, don't want to do a food truok. And now
There's just a lot of moving parts for sure.
there is.
Yeah.
And
There's just a lot of people, like, you want to do it yourself, but at the end of the day, now you have to worry about where you're getting the food, how you're getting the food, who's going to prep it. I mean, once again, you want to do it, but then you're going to be there from 7 days straight, bro. So I
Yeah.
hear you.
But and now we're sitting here doing a podcast, so that's where you know what though, I like talking to people. So like being in the kitchen, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to really be like moving around, talking to people. I would just be cooking. And
It's true.
And
if you
so
were the cook, yeah.
And so this also like puts me in a place where like, man, I appreciate that I get to have a conversation with someone new every week. And get to engage and be able to talk about their stories and do stuff like that. So I've learned to appreciate what we do now.
Yeah. So 3 years in real estate. How is obviously this is your career path then? Like you're settled in. This is what you want to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's cool not waking up and being like, what's next? Like I really feel like this is it. And and I haven't even unlocked like 50% of what I could do, right?
Right.
We just started investing this year, buying a couple properties, and we're not even there yet as far as
Right.
like the potential that there is in the real estate world. So yeah, there's a lot to be done, a lot to be had. So yeah, it's cool.
Real estate just has such a high ceiling
Yeah.
because there's so many avenues you can go into.
Yeah,
Like, you
100%.
can
Especially
be-
when you get into the investing route. I mean, being like
Yeah.
an agent, my first year and a half, I was just showing homes, running from Ogden down to Provo, and that was hard. And a lot of real estate agents will tell you, I mean, some people love it, but a lot of real estate agents will tell you that that's not sustainable. And I 100% agree. And so that's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. But you look at my team lead and he does the retail side, but also he's flipping really high-end homes, and
There you
it's
go.
super sick. And that's where my passion is getting into.
Really, just like the higher cost homes. And,
Yeah, I mean, flipping, I love like Architectural Digest,
there you go.
just
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like that's the ultimate goal, is just creating a product where, you know, I'm super proud of it and it's
Yeah.
awesome and I can post about it and it's sick.
And all the little fucking details that you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's so.
Like you want to show
Yeah.
off your home.
That's
Yeah,
so.
100%.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's chef's
Those
kiss.
videos are, it's just a black hole once you get into them. Like I can't stop watching them.
The cabinets, the chandelier, the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a little off bat question, but like, what's your kind of favorite, like house aesthetic, if that's even the right word to say?
I feel like I'm not, I don't know enough.
Yeah.
But my wife sent me a video. It was like this mixture of mid-century modern and contemporary, and it was so nice. So I wouldn't say like big on the mid-century, but the combination of those two was really nice.
It's hard not to like mid-century modern though.
Yeah.
Like, especially us, I feel like.
What is mid-century modern though? Essentially.
Like
Give me an
I
idea.
can never explain it well enough, but if I were to give somebody a visual, if you look at like the design in like The Incredibles, that's mid-century modern.
So think of it, so
Okay.
mid-century is the middle of the century, so like
Right.
the 50s.
Yeah.
So like that kind of style.
So my parents' house.
Is it your parents' house?
No.
My house
But
is-
modern.
oh, no. But modern.
No, my
Yeah.
parents' house was built like it wasn't the 50s. I think it was like 70s or 80s maybe. I think
Almost about mid-century.
Damn,
That's
yeah.
that's about that.
90s at the latest, but yeah, I think it was around there.
I think a lot of people, think of like 70s vibes with mid-century.
There we go. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, especially
Yeah.
being the 2020s.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
those houses don't even. Well, I guess you're saying mid-century modern, so it doesn't look old, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
built like it's okay.
It's very timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm watching a lot of house videos lately too, and like it's been crazy because like a lot of these $1 million homes now they're building are starting to look mid-century. Like they have this like 70s feel, carpets everywhere, random places. The way they have these like textural couches, I was like, oh man, this is kind of crazy to see because you go from like
a vintage
pre-COVID, all these new builds, wide open space, lights,
High
and,
ceilings.
high ceilings,
Yeah.
windows, and then now we're coming back to it. It's slowly coming back to where it was, pre-COVID as well.
I like high ceilings personally.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's just, it's more on the tip. Like Utah, I feel like a lot of new development homes, they all feel the same. Like they don't have as much. I could be totally wrong.
Dude,
too.
everything's
This is
like
my only spec.
I call it Whoville.
Whoville.
That's
yeah.
what everything seems right
Utah?
now. You go down
There's
to
a lot
like,
of areas.
You go down to Daybreak and Harriman, and then I call it Whoville because like all the streets are intertwined somehow. All the garages.
Daybreak?
Are,
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, and it all looks the same. It's just
Yeah.
different colors. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I get lost when I go down there sometimes.
That HOA is ridiculous too. So be careful, y'all. But in like Utah, like on the west side, very much the same.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to find like kind of houses with personality for the most part.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
hunt for them.
Yeah. Well, so with we're trying to buy a house. We're going to be buying a house. So I want to ask questions. Where do you see the future market hitting? Right now, it's in the high 6 right now.
It's
close
such
to
a
7.
crazy. It's such a
Sucks.
crazy time right now. With the new presidency, I don't know. I don't know where things are going. They had the rate cuts, but they haven't really reflected mortgage rates, which is crazy. I saw a lender the other day post like this statistic, and I didn't really understand it or dig in too deep for it, but he said that things aren't going to be looking good for interest rates, which kind of scared me. But yeah, I mean, if rates come down, the market's going to go crazy. We have a pretty good amount of inventory right now, and people are still buying. Like people still need homes, and they're going to continue to buy. But if those rates come down, like at all, it's going to go crazy. But I think there's about to be a lot of people that are going to be listing their house here within the next few months. So there's going to be a lot of inventory and a good opportunity to get discounts with an influx in inventory. So that's kind of like the short-term future, I think. But hard to say what's going to happen with interest rates and stuff like that.
It's once again anything on the market, like whether it's stocks, whether it's how houses or whatever it is, you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
What are interest rates right now? 7 still?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
around there.
Fucking Christ.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
We thought everything was going to go down because like when we we locked in on our property and then they were like, yeah, by next March you'll be fine. It'll go down to like 5.5, and we were like, oh yeah. For that month after we locked in, everything went down. It's like cool, and then right when like end of November hit, boom, everything went back up, and I was like, this doesn't look that great. This is not
so
what they're
crazy.
saying.
Yeah, we bought last beginning of summer, and like 2 months later they dipped, and it would have saved us so much on our mortgage. But we
just
bought
never
when
know.
we did,
Just don't know, yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Damn.
The crazy thing
world.
that I always think about is when I first started, this was like, it wasn't like peak craziness of COVID. It was a little bit after when rates were still like 3%, 4%. But I remember people telling me like, I'm going to wait for the market to crash. And I've been in the market for 5 years later, and it's yet to crash. And I can't believe those people missed out on a 3% rate.
Yeah. That is crazy to think that.
Didn't Liam get like 2% on his house townhome?
Something like that.
It's crazy, bro.
But then now those people that are in those homes are locked out in paradise. So now they can't sell their home to go buy another home
Because of
the interest rates.
Yeah. There's so
It's
much
like nobody,
equity.
so
it's tough to sell
now
those.
people aren't stuck with now people are just stuck with a home that's not their dream home, because I've had a lot of conversations with people
It's
about
true.
this stuff. And they'll have to wait a few more years, because now they don't even want to rent out their property because they're paying $1,900, $1,700 for a mortgage.
$1,500, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
yeah.
So now they're
it's
locked in
crazy.
paradise, but now they're not happy with the home that that they picked first.
Yeah.
Ah,
I was gonna say my dad's mortgage on his house was like $1,300, $1,200, bro. We did a refinance to do an investment, but like still $1,200, $1,300 is
That's
crazy.
That's nothing.
that's great.
It's amazing.
2-story house, 5 bedrooms,
Yeah, that's great.
3-4 bathrooms, bro. Big ass front yard, big ass backyard, bro. It's insane. Yeah.
I want to die right now.
Yeah. But let's go back into the music stuff. Where do you see yourself? So you're growing in this, every day, right? Where do you see your future when it comes to the music, when it comes to DJ?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like I hit a pretty big milestone when it came to my event last week. Like I pulled it off, right? Like I sold tickets and it was awesome, and kind of proved to myself that I could do it. So I want to continue to do that. Obviously, DJing isn't the only thing I have going on, so it can be a little bit overwhelming. I think my goal is to have like one cool DJ gig once a month, and then have my event maybe once a quarter, and just continue to build that. I think my biggest inspiration as far as Utah goes is Rainbow Room.
They're sick.
Yuri and Elliot are just killing it with that, and so that's a big inspiration. I also follow different parties from out of state that are big inspiration, that I want to put together events that are 200 to 300 people, and doing that.
So exciting, bro.
Yeah.
It's the same shit I want to do, bro. So that's lit. I mean, like I did to relate in a sense. I started R&Bounce, which
Okay.
is the same thing that you're kind of going for, which is a soul action vibe, R&B. I'm doing like house, Brazilian funk, Jersey, all that jazz. And I did it last year at the Ruin, and it was
Okay.
Spaz and Andy.
Yeah.
And then I did it at Coteray this past year in
Right.
November, recently for my birthday.
For your birthday, yeah. I saw
And
that.
it was me, Spaz, and Elliot. And it was a great turnout. It was so fun, bro.
Yeah.
And that was my first time DJing at a bar setting.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because the first like 10 minutes, there was 2 occasions where I fucked up and I had the second song on the wrong disc. And I was fading to the right, the disc B, and both discs are on disc A. And I'm like, oh fuck, I need to switch the disc. So the music died out for a second. But other than that, super fun. We did a lot in sales, and I think it was like 200 people in there.
Wow.
Roughly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
200 in that?
With the ticket sales that she told me that were prior to at the door was 120, 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 140.
That's awesome.
And it was $5 tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think something that we could definitely do is collaborate on something like
hell
that.
yeah.
Yeah, and get something
would love
done,
to.
because I think we kind of had the same goal in the sense of curating a vibe and a sound
Right.
that I wanted to bring here. And I emphasize this a lot when I talk to these guys, but there's just so much to be shared, especially when it comes to music, because like I said, there's just so many ways that can be played. And then people know this song, but they just don't know how it could be this way.
Right.
And I want to continue to create like environments and spaces for like people like us, as well as individuals that want to just listen to different music.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, I think also another big goal is just to have Salt Lake City appreciate like the talent just
Yes.
all around the world, and I want to get to a point where we're bringing in DJs from out of state, and people are recognizing, and we're selling out these places because we're bringing in other talent. So that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's I like you said, I admire like Yuri and Elliot and Rainbow Room because they're able to get DJs from out of state. They're popping in from where they're from, you know,
Yeah.
and they bring them here, and then like, oh wait, I have no idea who these guys are, but they had so much fun. It was amazing. They had like the Zillions. I can't remember the other girl they brought over, Anastasia. Yeah, they're all sick.
And
They're
like
all,
Shino Smoke, who was
There we go, Shino Smoke.
yeah,
Yep.
Shino Smoke posted after. He was like, "Damn, I didn't know Salt Lake City was like this." And it's like, yeah, we are.
yeah.
So many people say that.
Well, there's a lot of kids, like, and then once again, it's nothing, not a knock on them, but there's a lot of kids here that just want to like party and rage and have fun and listen to good music, bro. Like they're fresh in college or out of high school. Like I don't know if it was 18 plus, wasn't it? Rainbow Room? No, it wasn't. This last one was
21 plus,
it was 21 plus. Still, and even then, bro, it was packed.
Dude, there was
2,000
they sold
people.
over 2,000
Woo,
tickets.
2,000 people, bro.
Damn.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And you got to DJ that, bro. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like you
No,
and
I'm super
HP, bro.
honored when
Yeah.
Rainbow Room asked me to play. It's awesome.
Yeah, you and HP, you guys went back to back.
Yeah.
And then who was after you guys? Dude, I
I
was so drunk that night.
Oh, it was
Of course.
Nebraska. I think
Nebraska?
they're like a collective, but
Yeah. And then it was Shino Smoke.
Shino Smoke and then Quinn Blake.
Quinn Blake, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that night was a blur for me. It was
Was
so
that
good though.
Halloween?
He said, yeah, it was Halloween, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
was
that was a
cool.
good event.
That was that's the latest Rainbow Room that's happened so far.
Yeah.
I'm excited for what they do next. I talked
Yeah.
to Yuri, but Yuri and Elliot are. We actually have Yuri on tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I love Yuri.
And Jalen.
And I'm curious though, your name, your DJ name, DJ Gato, right? How did that come about? Because I have a theory.
Yeah, okay.
Well, let's hear your theory first, and then let's see if
Yeah, let's see. Yeah,
because I don't want you to change your
I got you,
theory.
I got you. No, I wasn't gonna change it.
Okay. Hey, we don't know.
Gato means cat. Your name is Felix. It's Felix,
Felix
the
the
cat.
cat.
You're wearing all black, just like him, but you got the white and black hat, and he loves patterns. Is your name inspired by Felix the cat?
It is, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so
You guys say I'm not Batman. What the fuck?
I don't think I ever
never
would have
said
thought
we
of it
call you
on
that.
my own. I don't think I ever would have thought of it on my own, but my father-in-law actually exclusively calls me Gato.
Oh, really?
And so when I started, I was like, Gato, that's perfect. Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out
It's very
father-in-law.
Yeah, that's tight.
DJ Gato. I don't even know if I know anybody named DJ Gato at all. So that's that's actually
Yeah, but
pretty
yeah,
sick.
Felix the cat, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
tight. You know, guys.
He said, I have a theory.
No, I like that you put that together because I feel like a lot of people don't. Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't have put that together, bro.
Well, I grew up with I only had like two VHS tapes, but like they had just like 4 Felix cartoons on there, and I watched those repeatedly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because it's like, when you have a VHS collection, you just kind of go through them and you cycle through them like every year. Like that was my jam, and they're cartoons, but they weren't like kid friendly. I was
Yeah,
like, they're a little trippy. You have no idea what you're
Felix the
fucking
Cat.
watching. Yeah.
So I got my first tattoo is Felix the cat on my thigh. And it was this cartoon of Felix the cat doing acid. And I didn't know that. So he had a tab on his tongue, and the tattoo artist was like, "Do you do a lot of acid?" And I was like, "That is the most random question. No, I don't. Why?" And he's like, "Oh, this cartoon is doing acid." And I was like, "Oh, leave that out. Like that's not
man.
what we're doing."
That's not a representation of
Yeah.
me.
How old were you when you got that tattoo?
I was 20. I was like 25. Yeah, it was like only like 5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you've never done acid when he asked you that? Have
No.
you ever? Yeah, that's funny. That's actually so hilarious.
Just
I was like,
imagine.
that's the most random
You're like,
question.
what
Why
the
are you
fuck?
asking me this?
Just
right now?
imagine like you're just walking down the street and you have your like high shorts, whatever, and then they're like, "Oh man, me too."
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah,
You like Felix the
exactly.
cat?
He's like, I thought it was a Listerine breath strip.
Yeah, luckily it was like the last thing he was gonna do. So the tongue is out on my tattoo.
Yeah.
But he just didn't put the acid tab, which is funny.
That's a good take. Yeah, that's a good take.
That's actually funny that he asked that
That's
question.
hilarious.
I know. I'm
You
like
glad he
acid?
did. I'm
Yeah.
glad
Yeah, because
he
if he
did.
did it, that would have been out there. Then,
Yeah.
and you would have never known, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
If you
That's-
got it, then you'd be like, okay, we got to do acid at least
Yeah.
one time.
No, it would have been fine looking back. I wouldn't have cared, but
Yeah.
it's funny.
But it's honestly funny that that's the story behind it because like no one ever thinks about those kind of cartoons because it is an adult cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, all the trippy stuff they wrote into the show, like it wasn't really kid friendly, like you said.
Yeah.
It's really not. There was a one.
How old is that show?
It's I don't even know
90s?
90s,
Yeah,
if not
90s?
80s. I don't remember.
It's got to be older because my dad
It's been
would
along
watch
for a
it.
while.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
60s.
There was one where it's like I can't even. It's like a fever dream trying to remember it now. But it's like he was watching this guy that was like 007, but I think he was like a horse. And then there was like the girl that's like the interest. I think she was like a cat or something. I can't remember what she was. But they're just making out the entire cartoon. And it's not like you know, like little Looney Tunes kissing. They were macking on each other like for the entire episode. If I can find it for you guys, I'll show you. And it's just so trippy.
It sounds horny.
Yeah, it's very horny. It's a very horny cartoon.
You should watch it.
Yeah, you would like it. Look how I turned out.
So, do you have any 19 what?
1919.
What the?
They were definitely dude acid then. They didn't know what it was.
No, because that
Wait,
wasn't
LSD
created until like
LSD was
Like in the
50 something.
or 60s.
Yeah, 50s, true.
Yeah.
They were doing mines.
Ashwagandha?
I don't know.
No, ashwagandha.
No, they're doing
ayahuasca.
Opium.
Opium?
Opium's hella old.
Opium. Well, yeah, it's a plant.
I mean, it's a plant. Yeah.
I mean, people were doing it for a long time.
Can you look up what drugs they were doing in 1919 for them to be able to write that in? Because that had to come later that they would write those kind of drugs
It
into
probably
the show.
came out because the
Right?
cartoon's been going for years, so it probably
Over 100 years.
It adapted and
at
changed it
this
over
point,
the decades.
100 years is crazy.
Yeah.
So Junto's house happened, what, 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks or last week?
Yeah, a few days after Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. And so you're not going to do another one till, what, say, April? March?
I don't know. The holidays were busy,
Yeah.
and I was like, I cannot play another show. So I told myself I would take a little bit of time off. My next 2 shows will be at the end of the month, which I was like, I can't say no to these. They're just too cool to not do them.
Where? Or with who?
One is the Berlin show that Metro puts on. So I'm doing that. Yeah. And then the other one, probably can't say yet. I think they're announcing it tomorrow or in a couple days, but it's going to be a cool one. Yeah.
All right, I'll keep my eye out.
Yeah, keep your eyes out. I think they're announcing it tomorrow or in the next couple days. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll post it.
Are you still doing open decks at International?
I'm not. That was awesome, and like I feel like it was cool. Like DJs would come up to me after and just be so thankful, and like that was like cool, and that's what I wanted to do is just give DJs an opportunity to play.
Yeah.
But it was Thursday night, and I was going alone. My wife wasn't coming with me, which I don't blame her. So I was just like sitting there alone, and
it's not that busy, obviously, because
it's not that busy.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would just rather put my time into other things. So, yeah, discontinued that. We're done.
Is it hard to book with International? Are they pretty busy on weekends?
Weekends are tough. You have to work your way into there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to play a show at International, I would say, like, I think so. She told me, and this is how I went about it: is she requires you to do a Thursday first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you do a Thursday, kind of prove yourself a little bit. Not really, but yeah, from there, like she wants you to be able to bring a crowd, right?
Okay.
Like on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. But from there, she'll book you. But she's probably like 3 months out
Right from now.
From
Perfect.
booking
That's
you on a
perfect
weekend.
timed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone. Dude, I have to lock in, bro. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that is good. That is good timing for me. I'm just gonna be gone for like a month, end of March to April to Thailand.
He's
And
literally gonna
so-
be a new man.
So I'm just trying
Well,
to get.
what you should do is, do
Yeah.
you know who Natalia is?
No.
So she's running I Know the DJ International. So she has a residency there.
Natalia,
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
her vibe is awesome.
Yes.
And she actually just posted today looking for DJs to get booked for her
That-
show.
yeah,
So
'cause
you
she-
should reach out to her.
She does. Yeah.
Because once you're
DJ
in, if you play a weekend there with somebody else, you're like kind of in a little bit
already.
more.
Yeah, because they recognize you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I've been just trying to navigate because I haven't really got any bookings, and I'm
Yeah.
kind of intimidated to be like, hey,
Yeah,
book me, and they're like, I don't really have shit to show for them.
right.
Yeah. So I've been working with Spaz, and then I've been working with Elliot, and I've been trying to just navigate the best ways to
Right.
kind of get these kind of taken care of.
No,
Yeah, I
I,
wanna go out
think
there.
the biggest thing is just like, and I super appreciated you. I had no idea you were going to show up to my thing, which I was, when I saw you bought a ticket, I was like, damn, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But I think that's the biggest thing with trying to be a DJ is just showing up to other people's
absolutely.
stuff and supporting. And like, no shade, but something that has been on my mind is I have these people that like are in my DMs wanting to play. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm booked for this show, but make sure you come out and let me meet you. And they're like, oh, can't make it. Keep me in mind for the next one. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, and I think that's the biggest thing is, I mean, it's not, and something that I always think about is it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, right? And so if you're surrounding yourself with the people that, you know, you're surrounding yourself with Spaz, who is going to be able to help put you on to a bunch of things. And so I've made a ton of DJ friends this year, and that's the people that I'm playing around, right? And you know, I was introduced to Logan, and then DJ Night Raid and Sauvignon Mami, and that's like the majority of the people that I'm playing with, right? And that's I was going to their shows a lot and seeing them, and I like their vibe, and so that's where I want to be, and so that's where I put myself. Yeah,
their slipstreams are tough. Yeah, dude, when you personally sent me that message, I was already planning on going, but then you personally reached out, and that goes a long way for me personally.
Oh,
like
nice.
that goes long, because that means like you took the time out of the day to think of me,
right?
Wanting me to be there, and that's enough for me to to go.
Hell yeah!
I already knew that some of my friends were going to be there, like Taylor. He was a good friend of mine.
Right.
He's probably one of your good friends.
I mean, I would say Taylor kind of started my career. Like he put me on Show Love Club, and from there, that's when Yuri and Elliot first saw me, and so from there they put me on, and then that's when I met Logan, and we started playing shows together. So yeah, Taylor is a big person in the community who's definitely put me on. Yeah, and then
I didn't even recognize it was you spitting at the grand opening, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's fucking Gato's house. Yeah.
I was just chilling.
That was such a vibe, though. He did that. Grand opening was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
So you have 2 more shows at the end of this month, and then your plan is just to get a set every month then?
Yeah, I mean, it's when people hit me up to play, it's really hard to say no. I do love it, and like doing a gig where I just show up with my USB it's really easy, right?
Yeah.
But when I have to bring my board and when I have to do shit, it's like that's when it's a little bit easier to say no. But yeah, when I'm just pulling up for an hour and we'll have a good night after, like I love that. So it's I want to say no more because we've just been so busy, and my wife was like, please, like, give me a break. But yeah, when people hit me up, it's really hard to say no. So,
does your wife go with you to every show that you play?
Oh yeah, biggest supporter.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
So she was offering the drinks at Junta's. Like, here you go.
No,
like,
she was cleaning up throw up, dude.
Everybody having fun. Everybody good.
Throw up.
Yeah,
she was great.
That's a real soldier right there.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
No, she's great.
Aside from the music and the real estate stuff, you said you do go on ventures with hobbies and stuff. Right now, you're into baking. Like, how did you get into that?
Yeah, I'm a big hobby guy. I like staying busy with things. The sourdough, I feel like sourdough is just really trendy right now.
Yeah.
So I was seeing it on TikTok and I was like, that sounds fun. But then Juna, my wife, took a class, and so she got all the gear for it. Couldn't quite nail it down, and I was just like, all right, let me try it. So then I started doing it. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of loaves lately.
How long have you been baking for? Like actually trying?
Like 2 months maybe.
Oh, brand new hobby.
Yeah.
Although like making your own bread and stuff.
Is it costly?
So
no.
Once you get everything, like once you get the
once you
mixer or whatever, like once you get all the baking supplies, it's just flour and like whatever from there, you know. So it's not really expensive.
Okay, it's just the supplies that it costs.
As any hobby is.
Like you don't really need the supplies either. Like you can make like the Bannetons, the bread proofing baskets.
Yeah.
You don't really need those, but they're like $20 to $40 each. Like, do you really like? It's a little basket. You don't need it, but it's kind of nice to have.
Oh, and then you let the dough rise.
Yeah,
it's one of those ones.
Yeah, you put it overnight and like it doesn't stick to the dough because,
Yeah, Maddie's made bread at home and it's pretty bare bones. Like she hasn't bought any of the fancy stuff, but she's done everything just like on our counter with whatever we have in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's not too hard, but yeah, it's like it helps with all the other stuff.
So we're just like baking bread to like eat with to toast it, or like you baking cakes, or like you.
Yeah, so just sourdough. So this,
Valid question.
He's like, what are you baking for?
so last month I was doing a ton of loaves for all like my past clients.
Oh, nice.
So that was like
Sweet.
a Christmas present. And then this last weekend, I think I've done around 30 loaves.
I know that's
Yeah,
insane,
it was
bro.
a crazy weekend. I pulled an all-nighter on Friday. But
you're
I was selling those loaves for proceeds to go to fire relief in LA.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Oh.
tight. Good. That's really tight.
Yeah.
Man, you go all in.
That's
with
awesome,
anything
bro.
that you do.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah,
crazy.
it was cool. It was overwhelming. Yeah, I was pretty emotional about LA. Obviously, I think
Yeah.
LA is really close to all of our hearts, right?
Second
Yeah.
home
Most-
for most of
yeah,
us.
most people are going to go out there
Yeah.
a lot. So, was pretty emotional about that and kind of wanted to do something about
Were you
it.
from there? Or
No.
do you, no.
It happens though. Like when
No, I
we saw,
understand.
like it's literally our second home. When we first started dating, every other
Yeah, you guys
every other
go a
month
lot.
we
You
would
guys go
fly
a
to
lot.
LA,
Yeah.
and we were at all the small mom and pop restaurants. Like it just became a home, especially when you're trying to do clothing and stuff. You go out there for kind of inspiration because how they run their street in Fairfax and like Melrose.
Yeah.
You get to see this neighborhood feel that LA brings. Because like in New York, it's crazy. Like New York, everything's kind of spread apart, right? You go from one borough to the other. And you're like, wow, well, what the heck did I just do? But you go to LA and it's like all in one place.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, just so much culture, and then
Yeah.
plus it's like just whoever you are. If you lost your home and you had to abandon all those things, it's really
It's tough,
heartbreaking
yeah.
to
Yeah.
think about. Like for anybody that loses their home, and it's like imagine all the pictures that you had and whatever that had value.
I know a lot of
It's
people
really hard.
lost like everything. Actually, it's actually very sad.
Yeah,
What,
that fire's crazy.
I say Madlib lost everything.
yeah.
Madlib lost all his.
A lot of people
DJ,
that we look up to,
yeah.
when the music or the acting or whatever, all the arts, they all lost their homes, and I was like, man, this is crazy. But it's crazy to see because you're also seeing the city unify. Like all the people that we look up to, like Bobby Hundreds, and like Roy
yeah.
Troy, all these guys that live there. The city is theirs. That's
Yeah.
where they grew up. They've never seen this much love pour out in the city, and it sucks to say that
It took this.
the disaster has to happen,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it really has brought them all together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's amazing that you did that, and
You're still doing that?
I'm done.
Okay.
pulling all night making bread.
Some people are hitting me up today, and I again, I have a
Right.
hard time saying no. I mean, if somebody wants to donate $15, I'm not gonna tell
Right.
them no.
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna- yeah.
the other thing is I was baking only 2 loaves at a time.
Right.
So I'd have 2 loaves here,
That's
2
so-
loaves here, 2
dude,
loaves here,
yeah,
and that was a
you're-
lot of work.
yeah.
So
So
I
much
went
time.
and bought a tub, and I'm doing 6 loaves at a time.
Okay.
So when I can do 6 loaves at a time, it's a lot easier, and it just feels like I'm doing 1 loaf. I would say the only hard part is like baking because I can only do 2 at a time. It's 450 degrees, so my house gets so hot. I'm doing it for like, it's 45 minutes per loaf.
Yep.
So that's the hardest part of doing multiple loaves at a time.
That's a whole
But yeah,
shift, bro.
I started 3 loaves before I came here.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, somebody hit me up today and she donated $100 for 1 loaf, which was amazing. So yeah, people have been really cool, and I'm glad I could do it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
You gotta start baking bread, bro.
That's what he's doing.
No, you.
Oh, me?
we know he's doing it.
He's made plenty.
The culinary arts is a really hard thing for me.
Very mysterious still. Like
Culinary
I said, I give it up to you for being able to pick up
Yeah.
baking. Like I actually
It's
haven't
a
like
lot,
really
yeah.
tried. Like the first time really was doing the pizza dough, but also I shouldn't
Really?
have
That
done
was
a 20.
your first time?
Yeah, you're
I've
crazy.
never
You're
baked
crazy.
anything in my life.
No, baking is a different beast.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
you can't with cooking. You can eyeball everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
You can
I'm
fuck up- yeah,
surprised I
God.
got sourdough down because I can't make a cookie to save my life. Like it's
Really?
they're just
Oh,
always
really?
flat. Like I'm not a good baker, but I got sourdough down, and
That's good.
I feel like that's one up above cookies too, though.
Yeah, it's like I
bread
can
is-
do cookies. Bread is way harder.
Yeah, I can do cookies. Oh, I guess I could bake cookies and
You
cake.
can kind of eyeball cookies and get away with it sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but bread,
Bread, I don't
not
know.
me. Not me. My cookies suck.
He's like, why is it one cookie now?
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny because you know how when you do cookies, they would stick together. I just saw someone they just pick up their wine cup, and reform it right after, out of the oven, and it makes the
And
perfect
then they, like,
cookie.
circle it
circle it,
around.
and it pulls it up, and I was like,
the fuck?
man, the internet's crazy, and TikTok's about to be gone next week. It's about to be over.
Is it next week? I thought it was February.
You know,
No,
They
they didn't
post-
get. No, they.
Oh, that's the other.
Yeah, they
that's the
tried to
rights.
get it extended to
Yeah.
February, but on the 18th, they said it's gone.
like, am I wrong? But then it's like, isn't the whole point like they just want TikTok to sell and then it can stay?
Yeah.
Because so like,
Well, people
They don't
offered
want
to buy it.
They don't
but
want.
he doesn't want to sell
Chi-
it.
They don't want to be.
we know, but I mean, it's like, it's a chance.
But it's not
There's
even-
a slight chance.
I don't know. There's a lot of. I don't even want to get
There's
into
the
it,
new
bro.
one. It's
There's
called
just,
Lemon.
There's just so
Lemon
many.
8 or
There's just so
something
much
like that,
things
yeah.
that go into it, like with power and money and
Mm-hmm.
and religion. It's weird. It's just a lot of.
I don't know. It's the
It's
only thing.
convoluted, and there's just a lot of bullshit.
I just feel like at the core of it is just scare tax. It's like, okay, well,
No,
if you're not
yeah.
going to sell, then we're going to take it away. But if you sell, then we'll keep it.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's just it's once again in China used a lot different than how it is used here.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's like educational in China. On God, like you learn how
Yeah.
to do things on TikTok in China. Here
Dude,
it's
I've
just
learned
fucking.
so much on TikTok. It's
And-
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, like I always say, it depends on who's
I don't-
using TikTok.
Yeah.
Because you
TikTok
can.
either, though, but-
Like there's sometimes where my TikTok is very constructive, and there's other times where it's just like this is just brain rot.
which is
rotting.
bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah.
brain rot. Yeah.
Yeah. But
it's
then
the
you
best.
you can learn a lot of stuff off TikTok. But then I've noticed with like Instagram Reels, like majority of like the constructive like things I learn, at least like artistically and whatnot, a lot of it's found on Instagram anyway. So
No, 90% of
Yeah.
my sourdough journey has been from TikTok.
Wow. It's funny because someone posted today is like, well, there goes all my recipes I'm never going to
No,
use.
for real. I
is sad,
have
though.
a collection of like 50 recipes on my
Yeah.
TikTok. I'm like, what am I going to do?
the save videos, I'm so sad. I have these
Yeah.
like these really cool edits that people have done with like movies or just like tips, and I'm just gonna lose them all. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
Crazy. VPN.
I do have a VPN, so maybe I could still use it. So we'll see.
The crazy thing about it is like the war against TikTok and from America's standpoint is like they kept saying the guy is Chinese, but he's from Singapore.
Singapore, yeah.
Yeah,
he's
he's
not even
Singaporean. He's I'm not Chinese. And I was like, what is this
Senator.
argument that's happening? He's
So
like,
that's
Senator, I'm
what I'm
Singaporean.
saying, bro.
it's a power trip, you
They're
know.
lying to us.
Yeah.
It's propaganda.
I don't know. We're too, and to give you like a warning, we're all very. I don't know about P, but at least him
No,
and
I'm
I,
pretty-
We're conspiracy people.
Yeah.
You know, like we always feels like there's like another agenda, especially with something stupid as TikTok. Like not stupid in the way that like people have built their lives and stuff, which is really cool. But it's like this is an app where people do really stupid things and people want to. This is the first time I've heard of it where the government wants to take it away. So I think it's kind of silly.
Taking that away.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Yeah.
goes back to just how, like when COVID happened, like Facebook and all that stuff where they were pushing out certain-
Fake news.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
just.
yeah.
It's the same shit, bro. It's just people have the money and the power, and they want they want to program us at the end of the day. But that's just me, bro. You live your life. You have freedom. You have free choice, bro. You know, don't listen to me.
Oh my god. Then what was that for?
I just had to say my piece of mind.
just kidding.
It's fucking bullshit. That's what it is.
So now with your goals, or with the goals for the music stuff, so you want to kind of just slow it down, do quarterly stuff, and it seems like you don't want to say no, but you do.
Yeah, I mean, if a good event pops up, like I'm down. You know, I look forward to my weekends and listening to good music and going out. But yeah, as far as my events go, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. You guys know that. So once a quarter sounds pretty reasonable. So yeah, I haven't. We'll see when the next one will be. It'll probably be a few months, but yeah.
You should do one at a bakery where you're baking and doing music at the same time, and then you're selling your loaves.
Yeah.
But people have to buy tickets to get in, and then that way they can kind of listen to the music and also eat.
Yeah.
Just mix things up.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
And he has bread on the turn.
Did you have you spoken to Crystal Terminal at all?
I haven't, no.
Okay, I'm just curious. I just didn't know if you were a candidate for them at all. I didn't know.
know.
I just
Are you going to be on there?
No. Well,
He's just
maybe.
trying to get an insider.
But no,
He's trying to get the scoop right now.
Me and Jacob are actually good friends.
Yeah.
And I have
I know he was on the podcast,
yeah, I'd like to say I have a pretty good understanding how he likes to operate
Yeah.
when it comes to his businesses.
Gotcha.
And things just have to make sense for him.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm really at that level to be asking, hey,
Yeah.
put me on Crystal Terminal.
Right.
I don't think I'm that good of a DJ at all.
Yeah.
to be doing that. But I did tell him, hey, when I get there, I'm gonna be calling you. We're gonna make something happen.
I'm excited to see you on.
But yeah, I was just curious to see if that's something. But whatever they're doing, bro, it's working. Because the one that Miguel did, Who Cried Wolf, at Azucar,
Yeah.
that video was so sick.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was so sick. He was just playing techno.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for what the future holds for you, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
the music that you play is very enjoyable. You have good people behind you,
Thank you.
and the crowd that was my first Juntos that I've been to.
Yeah.
Did you do one at Edison House?
No, Elliot invited me to play with him
Okay,
that time. I don't know if you were there, but
Yeah.
they were having an event.
I was there, and I don't know if that was Juntos House or not, but
It wasn't, no.
because you did one on a rooftop though, didn't you?
That was at Taylor's house, actually.
Oh, really?
So that was my first one.
What
Yeah.
the
So
fuck?
yeah. So I forgot how that happened, but Taylor kind of offered his rooftop. So it was like the start of my Juntos. I was like, this is how I
Yeah.
want to kick it off. Just create some excitement
Yeah.
about it. Obviously, people were stoked about the rooftop part of it, but it's kind of hard to find rooftops here in Salt Lake. And obviously, Taylor's not going to let me do that every weekend. But yeah, so we just did a private kind of Juntos for just close friends. And yeah, that was awesome. That was
Give me
great.
like Fred again vibes.
Yeah,
That's
it
how
was
I
fun.
felt because I saw the videos and stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, this looks sick.
It was way
And it was
fun.
very intimate.
Very intimate.
It's all I want, bro.
Yeah.
It's all I want when I
know.
go to these things, bro. I want good music, and it's not too loud where you can't have a conversation, but it's loud enough where you can dance and smile.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think that's the other thing too. It's finding the perfect venue for like the Pearl. I loved. It was great. That the outdoor
The patio, yeah, the
space. The
actual-
weather was always good, and then obviously the Pearl has great food. So that was a good spot. So yeah, I think that's the hard part is what, especially with Juntos House, was I needed to find a space where like I didn't want to just do it at a bar.
I agree.
wanted a cool venue. So that's the other hard part is finding cool venues.
That's something I've battled. You can ask these guys, but I struggle every time I've tried to do an event. I'm literally 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior to like the date of actually happening of me finding a
Right.
location.
Yeah.
It's such a pain.
Yeah, I get that.
And me and Spaz want to do arm bounce on a rooftop.
Yeah.
And the only rooftop bars we can think of were obviously, Sky Rooftop, Van Ryder, but Van Ryder's a restaurant, so the way they operate is just a little bit different. And then I don't know any other locations necessarily. I mean, Drift Lounge has a little rooftop thing, but there's nothing really.
Yeah, Drift Lounge has a good rooftop, but
Yeah.
I think it's hard to like have people probably what I could see happening is people just want to be downstairs.
Yeah.
So then half your crowd would be downstairs. You'd probably have a
they're
good
gonna
turnout, but not everybody's on the roof.
So if you got a rooftop, hit us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, open rooftop. We can bring the speakers, the decks, whatever, the chairs, whatever you need. Maybe even food, bro. We could do that too.
Kinda do everything guerrilla
just
style.
give us a fucking rooftop. It's wintertime, so we can wait. But like, once this winter's over,
June. We'll see you guys in
fucking
June.
snow hasn't even shown up yet. But once snow is gone, please, we want a rooftop,
Yes.
and we'll pay you good money. I promise you, it'd be a great turnout. I promise you, nobody will break anything. There might be alcohol, and if that's
There
against
should
the rules,
be alcohol.
hey, then don't contact us. But
I think that's why people don't offer their rooftops because the fear of
I mean, yeah,
Breaking in,
falling in,
falling off the rooftop, being drunk.
breaking yourself. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, I wonder. There's probably like apartment. I don't know if apartments would let you do that though. You have to probably talk to like.
Oh no, probably
probably-
not. I can imagine a single one.
Well, that's how
you might be
Yuri
surprised.
and Elliot started
Yeah.
out.
I
Is they
know.
were playing on his rooftop, which I think they got fined a few times, but
Because they broke some shit. Yeah, Elliot told us they broke some shit, bro. They broke a bench. Yeah.
A bench? Holy shit.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
broke like a
Damn.
fucking whole ass thing that was connected to the.
I think Yuri told me they were shaking the floor.
Yeah.
Like because
That's
there were
what
so
I
many
would think,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there were those kids. They were young, bro. They were
Yeah.
and they were partying. That's
Yeah.
like they had the crowd. They had the people. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have half a year to figure it out. Right.
Absolutely.
Your summer is still 6 months away. You're
Yeah.
gonna be in Thailand, bringing your inner peace.
Yeah.
And then you're
I'm gonna be posting videos of me in the fucking orange robe,
Very
with the
zen.
headphone on, and just fucking in the temple like this.
Please.
Come to my live stream. You got Shaolin P in here.
Oh my god! The fact that you just mixed our monks.
for tipping, guys.
I know,
We're
I
not.
know.
That's disrespect.
I know we're not a Shaolin monk, bro. Come on, now I made it easier for the viewers to digest. Okay,
We're just
because
monks.
they
It's
look at us
okay.
as Chinese, bro.
Okay, if you shave your head enough times, which I know you have, I know I have, you can make whatever jokes you want. I've been with the eyebrows 5 times. May I remind you?
Yeah, I've become a monk like what 4 or 5 times.
Here's an out there idea. If we can find the guy who owns Trolley Square, you get the parking garage up in that bitch. Get the
Oh.
top spot. It's not a bad spot. It has a good view.
Vice did that event
Big.
in that parking garage last
Yeah,
year.
above
Yeah.
like Honest Eatery.
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah.
You know, that was fun. Like they brought couches, they like did art installation.
Okay,
like if you
yeah.
can, honestly, that might be safer than a rooftop.
For sure.
Parking garage, stable, less things to break.
But I feel like parking garage is it's a little bit different because it's like I feel like music would be different in a parking garage. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to play
Yeah.
different music in a parking garage.
Like Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude,
which is okay.
That would be sick.
I would play
dude.
I'd probably play some
Yeah.
Brazilian funk and some baile,
that's
some
fine. That's
harder
your choice though.
No,
As
you
a-
make a good
as
point.
a DJ, you
I
get
would
to
like no, yeah.
I'm just throwing out ideas, you know
No,
what
but a
I'm saying?
parking garage is still dope.
Yeah.
maybe just open up the
But
idea.
it's just you know
It's
different
safer
settings
for
and
all parties involved, so I would think so.
hopefully no cars in there.
Somebody's got to break into Whole Foods. Might happen.
Yeah, parking garage is a good idea.
We can do that.
If you want a little industrial vibe, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So
Yeah, I just want to what I've recently learned too. Well, not even learned, but like what I've recently kind of landed upon is just like private parties and private events, like for music, is a better turnout than just going to a bar or club.
Oh,
you know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that I want to kind of tackle more.
No,
too.
people wanted
Yeah.
to be at Taylor's, like, and it was so hard because, like, obviously I'm not gonna have a ton of people coming
Yep.
through Taylor's house, but like I felt bad not inviting some people,
Mm-hmm.
and then felt like they got mad at me and all that. But then I host my first juntos in a public space, and then nobody shows up, and it's like they just
It's
want
weird.
the they just want the
It's it's exclusivity.
Yeah,
That's what it is. I
exclusivity,
want to
yeah.
feel cool. I want to
Right.
feel like I'm supposed to be
yeah.
here.
No, if you can do it, if you can do a
Sound like my
private,
sister
private
right now.
event with like 50 people and you fill up that room, like that's sick.
That's more than enough for me.
Yeah.
Once again, I would rather. It's one of those things where I'd rather have genuine people there that rather be, once again, private. They want to be there because it's private, but normally the people that are going to be there, like the genuine people that want to be there to listen to the music and actually hang out
Yeah.
with like-minded people. So
Right.
I'd rather do that than go to, like I had this conversation with them, than a regular bar or club and just play, your top 5 hits and then
Yeah.
get out of there.
Yeah, and that's the other thing with international is I had such a good set one time, but the crowd there
no.
did not because they're pretty
Pretty
young
young.
at
Yeah, they're pretty
international,
young. Yeah.
and I was playing like 2000 songs, and I was like nobody was
2000s
moving.
like hip hop, like
yeah,
R&B?
like
Yeah.
R&B and hip hop,
Yeah.
and like my friend group was loving it,
Of course.
but I looked out at the crowd and I was like, I gotta start.
Then you
playing
look
some
out there and
other
then that
stuff. Yeah,
guy's
it was
born
crazy.
2005.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
damn.
He
I
doesn't
was
even
like,
know
how
who
do you not
Usher
know
is.
this
He
song?
doesn't even know who Usher
It's
is.
crazy. I felt
It's like, where's
so
Sabrina
old that
Carpenter?
night. Yeah.
I'll play Sabrina. That's one white girl I'll play for sure.
She's okay. Juno's tight. I like that song.
Juno?
Yeah.
Espresso's tight.
Espresso's tight. How could you hate that one?
No, yeah, bro, it's tough because I feel like I'm pretty select with my music. Oh my god, bro, I'm fucking things up. And that my biggest fear is to go to play at a bar or a club, and I
Just
want
bomb it.
and I just the club
But it's
just
not
gets cleared out.
But it's not on you though. Like that, I think, and a lot of it when rooms are getting cleared out like that is because it's just not their vibe, And so you will just have to adjust to it. Once again, you have your
That's your
laptop in front
problem,
of you. You can, oh, you know what? You're born 2004. Here, I actually have a list right here, 2004, and then everything played in. Like when people tell us that 2016, 2017 was the greatest,
Era of music.
era of rap.
Yeah,
And I was just sitting there, like, what the hell came out during that time? It's like, it was fun, but it was like not the greatest era, but not to us.
It was
you know?
fun. It was fun.
It was a fun era,
Yeah.
but then when you hear it,
Because
it's
the
like,
internet,
now I'm starting to understand. It's like
acid rap.
our age is really picking up right now because we're starting to have to understand their age group.
yeah. These kids though, they love fucking Two Hollis and like hyper pop.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
It's
like
so hard to
evolution,
explain.
so Pokemon.
So it's
DDR?
It's bro. No, yeah. So basically, yeah. So basically, but it's not like
I, my little butterfly.
but it's not
like
but it's not
Castle in the
girl-
Sky type
but
shit?
it's overproduced songs with crazy beats and like a bunch of like computer bro. I don't know how to explain it. It just sounds like a computer just vomiting almost.
Bebop boop
And it's just overproduced, and their voices are kind of like muffled, or like they sound like
you're
they're.
just saying DDR.
But that's what I'm saying. It's hyper pop.
okay.
Yeah, that's what's being played. Listen to Two Hollis, bro. Once again, I enjoy it because the beats kind of go crazy. I won't lie, but sometimes I don't even know what the fuck he's saying. Like I don't know what you're saying.
Is it
I
just
hear a
like
bunch of
vibrations, like boom, boom, boom?
Yeah, kind of.
boom. Okay, yeah.
Do you have a favorite genre of music that you like to play? Because I know, like, with a lot of DJs that come on, they're like, they just open
Yeah, it's
everything.
It's hard, yeah.
right?
It's
So
hard
they
to
love.
ask.
Yeah. So when I ask that question, they're just like, I like playing everything.
Yeah, I mean, I do like playing everything. I would say like my vibe, like I said from the beginning, is selection, and that can vary, so much. Like
Yeah.
I listened to a selection the other day that was like super minimal house, and it was sick, and I like that too.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing is I listen to DJ sets, just kind of random ones, and I get inspired from there. And I'm like, ooh, I'm listening to this. This is the type of music I want to play this weekend at the show. Yeah. And so I get into that for a minute. Same thing with my hobbies. Like I get fixated on one type of genre, and I want to play that. And yeah,
That's how I've been with Brazilian funk and baile funk.
yeah, just loving it.
It just, bro,
Yeah.
it's been so good for me.
Yeah.
And I've been just
fun.
trying to figure out how to. Zach Fox, bro, you're my inspiration.
I love that guy.
He's my
Yeah.
inspiration.
Have you listened to a lot of Mango and Ginger?
No.
You should.
Okay.
Yeah, they're from Brazil.
Mango and ginger.
Yeah.
Sounds
Oh, I've
delicious.
seen. Actually,
Yeah,
no,
they're
I've
good.
seen. Yeah, I've seen some of those. Zach Fox evolution from being a internet personality to a rapper to a house DJ is my life. Is what I want to like.
And he writes. He writes.
That's
he
what I'm
acts.
saying. He acts.
He does all these things, man. He's
internet personality, stand-up comedian, rapper, house DJ. That evolution of his career is
Yeah,
just
he can do it all.
yeah.
You should watch. So Shino Smoke
Yeah.
throws a party. It's called Allure, Alore, and
Okay.
he had Mango and Ginger, and they had a really good baile funk set.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
just
Or
love that.
If You See Me, You See Me. They played at Mango and Ginger played at If You See Me, You See Me, and I think their sets are on YouTube too.
Okay, that because I've been watching just a bunch of random sets. I mean Zach Fox, but like a bunch of Boiler Rooms and all these other just to kind of pick up. Because what I do, I'm just playing games, bro. And then I'll hear a song. I'm like, oh, this song is good. Then I go find it because there's a nice guy in the comments who kind of lists all the songs.
Those are the goats.
always.
Fuck yes.
Those are the goats of the internet.
Dude, if,
I don't know how they do it.
The
too, 'cause that's a
timestamps and they
lot
got
of
all those songs, bro.
if
And I'm
the
like,
set
fuck
list
yes.
if the set list isn't in the comments, I don't watch it.
Yeah, it's hard. It's because you're like, man, that song's amazing. And then you know what the song is, but now you got to go find the mix. And you're just
Bro.
sitting there like looking up a million different mixes. You're like, okay, I'm done.
Dude, it's
Those
so
guys
hard.
should get residuals or
Yeah, they should.
something or
Those
paid.
guys are the real.
Yeah, they're the goats. They're the goats
It's like
of all
every
the DJ sets.
like, I'm gonna get you paid.
Well, we're coming towards the end of the podcast. This is where we open the floor. If you have any questions for us, we're going to answer them. But we do an ending segment here. It's called the Chef Special. In your case, you can also offer the bread recipe that you do, or free advice to the viewers, something you've taken in your life that you've hold dear and like you just utilize it every day.
I mean, I already mentioned the first thing. It's it's not what you know, it's who you know. I think that goes a long way. Like if you want, you're gonna get opportunities most likely from the people that you surround yourself with.
Absolutely.
And I think that's been the biggest thing with my DJ kind of career or hobby is, people reach out to me and they want me to come and play shows, and it's because I know them and I'm friends with them. Sometimes I feel like I have imposter syndrome with the DJ stuff, but it's just having really great friends and having good relationships that has gotten me this far and gotten me all the shows that I've done. Let's see, I don't know. That's pretty much all I can think of right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you know is who you know. At the end of the day.
I was like, where's he gonna take that one?
Y'all were waiting for me.
start
Y'all were waiting for me, huh?
I was like, okay, where does this go?
Be kind to yourself and be useful to others at the end of the day. Simple as that. You know, that's what it says.
Keep making deposits.
Yeah.
Keep making deposits.
those
and then
deposits.
you keep saving up, and then eventually you're gonna cash out. You know,
Those
it's just
people.
eventually all those people that you get to know along the line, you're gonna be that person who's like, you know what, you were there for me when I needed you. You know, here's an opportunity. All right.
But don't expect that to be, you know,
Don't expect
don't
it.
expect a return whenever you decide to do that. You know, just do it because you want to do it. Please.
No, and I think the best part of all of that is how many relationships I've created this year.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I, you know, Yuri and Elliot, we're good friends.
There we go.
DJ Night Raid and Sauvignon Mommy, we're
Yeah.
way good friends now too. You know, I met you. I've met so many people from this community, and that's the greatest part of it, right? So.
That is, honestly,
part
the
of it, yeah.
funnest part of it is
Yeah.
meeting all the people that you get along the line, like, and these new friendships or brotherhoods that you get to
Yeah.
build now, and it's all similar interests too.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
stinkies.
Make sure you guys follow Felix on the description below. And make sure you guys go check out a show.
Yes.
And if you guys want to get some bread, this episode comes out Wednesday,
Hell
so
yeah.
you guys can order some bread. Maybe if you feel if you're feeling
feels-
it.
if you feel
it.
If you guys are donating to LA, I'm not gonna say no. So
There you
Yes.
go. But thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 127 Off the Menu Podcast. Peace out, y'all.
Play excellent, play beautiful, play proper, stupid.
Bread.